Salutations, respected youngsters. Welcome. Gratitudes to you for giving me this chance. And I really congratulate and appreciate you for your relentlessness in attending and learning from these great, glorious Shastras. I wish and pray this knowledge goes deep into our hearts and from there removes from the root level all ignorances, misconceptions, and makes our life beautiful, fruitful for ourselves and everybody. Welcome, like every day. Today also we have 7 things to do: the common sense thought, the prarthana and sankalpa, the Vedic Sahanavatu mantra, Vedic mantras, Bhagavad Gita, Valmiki Ramayanam, Katha Upanishad. First one is our common sense thought. Today's common sense thought for 5-10 minutes or 5 minutes, 3 minutes is key. We have to develop an art in our lives, necessary art. This art is the art of revisiting. Okay, let us not like a buffalo or a bull tied to something and made to move around and around, and in between those seeds of oil are kept, then that movement and all this planning brings the oil out of those seeds. All of that is not known to this bull or buffalo or the horse. बस पीछे से मारते जाओ, आगे चल ही रहा है. It doesn't know where it is going, what it is. We are not animals. We are humans. As a human, we have buddhi. The buddhi has to do two things. One, it should conceive the goal, plan, and start working towards it. Second is what we are discussing today. This buddhi should repeatedly revisit every aspect and then see about something is lacking, something is missing, something is neglected, or some important thing has to be added upon, improved, etc. This is how we have to revisit our life. Like in life everywhere, you have to revisit your instruments, let us say laptop, every week and look for all virus or any of the data overloaded. Don't you select and delete it? And any of the software small functioning हो रहा है, ठीक करते हो ना? A car, once in 3 months, revisited. Sent to garage, every part they check it. All well, good. नहीं कोई wear and tear, repair is done, improvement done. Again, zoom, the car moves on the road. Every of the bridge that is there, every 2-3 months you have to visit and see, is it intact? Every train, every time it is visited. Once it reaches the destination, इंजन से लेकर हर एक चीज, an aeroplane, when it goes to that shed, it is revisited and seen that it is airworthy again. होता है कि नहीं? Every patient, inmates are visited, revisited by the doctor and other to check all his parameters and accordingly change the medication or dosage or other cares. Do we revisit or not? Is it necessary or not? So too when you stupid youngsters told by mother to study, you took the book in front and you are now independent, arrogant, notorious number one. You are not anymore in the age of 10 or 11 where out of love or obedience you listen to parents. You could not be stopped unfortunately. You grew to the age of 14, 15 and above now. But parents tell mother, "Padho re." Then every 10 minutes she revisits, no? Ask her, are you studying or you're watching cell phone? Are you studying or you're playing on laptop or iPod? She revisits and ensures that you study. Even when you're ill health, she revisits and checks everything again and again. In the same way, we in life, in general, with all our magnanimity, maturity, when you are pursuing the path to reach our worldly and spiritual goals, yet to ensure certain or sure results, quicker results, to avoid all the delays, we have to keep revisiting. First thing to be revisited is about our own goal. In that, what? No need to change the goal, but is our conviction about this goal is stronger or not? Is there any what do you care? Carelessness has come in it. Taking it lightly has come in it. And this is the first topic. Important. You know? It depends, it's on the goal conceived and the conviction on that goal is the one followed by which alone all else are done. गोल ही ढीला डाला है तो बाकी जिंदगी गोल गोल हो जाएगा. So the deep rootedness of the goal, firmness of the goal, love for the goal, इंटैक्ट है कि नहीं या थोड़ा वो कमजोर हो गया क्या? क्यों? क्योंकि हाउ मच और ग्रेट नोबलर थिंग इट इज when you do it for long time. It is in the nature of the upadhis of Sharira Mana Buddhi that they get bored of it. Like our Geetha classes. Without break, 580 days I am doing it. Now, you youngsters, same Swami, same Geetha, every day listening, you'll get bored, definitely. That is the nature of the personality. You know, that's why I have so many variety of classes. पर एक ही लगाए तो ज़्यादा बोर होते हो. ये भी बोर होता है. But if you just because you got bored, then if you leave this class, then you will be back to the worldliness, no? Back to all like your youngsters, friends. You will be lost in whims and fancies of the mind. So, in spite of that, we have to protect ourselves. How? Knowing the nobility of the goal and tell myself, yes, it is in the nature of upadhis that it will make it boredom, etc. Okay, if required, 1 week break I will take, but only to come back. Not broken permanently कि चले गए बस गीता क्लास हेवी लग रहा है बोर लग रहा है 10 दिन छुट्टी लो only to come back on the 11th day with full inspiration and enthusiasm. And that's why, 38, 40 years this fellow has to serve. No, every day we ask him, he will die. Therefore, हफ्ते में 2 दिन छुट्टी. Then sick leave, then earned leave, then casual leave, the national holiday, the restricted holiday, कोई मर गया तो holiday, election to holiday. Why do they give? To give a break. But he'll have to go back to the job and work. He'll have to go back to school and study. Isn't it? So to the husband goes to the maternal place for a 10 weeks break. 10 days break, not week. Again, he'll have to come back to father-in-law, mother-in-law, and he should serve them and the wife. आजकल थोड़ा ट्रेंड बदल गया ना. घर जवाई का ट्रेंड चल रहा है अभी. तो वही एग्जाम्पल देना पड़ेगा मुझे. In the same way, revisit the goal, see that it is not boring, मतलब remove that boredom, replace it by the inspiration, the positive कि यार अभी मैं पहुंचा नहीं, इतना दूर हूँ. इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ? My efforts are not sufficient. I can do all efforts. I have all capacity. Let me work hard. In that way, you have to reinforce oneself with the inspiration by revisiting the goal. Clear? सोचो उसको. Like my two goals are, outer goal is to study Shastra and teach you. Inner goal is to know the Paramatma. So I have to revisit it. How much stronger is my inner goal of Paramatma Prapti? Dila dala hai, to how to strengthen it? So to the other goal of talking on Shastras. Is that goal of mine getting weakened because of any other reasons? No reason is correct. And I will not do anything for any outer reasons. I will do it for my inner reason. Doing my Shastra Adhyapana is to clear my runa to my rishis, express my gratitude to the Shastras, express my love for the humanity where I can't do any other seva, only Shastra Jnana Prachar I can do. So I'm very clear about it. So nothing else should disturb me. I must improve my techniques of doing all that. If I really want to be more successful, either I do that, I pray to God, "Hey Bhagwan, make me in such a way useful speaker so that people come to know the Shastra, live the knowledge, live life according to Shastra Jnana, improve themselves. मेरा ऐसा तरीका है. तो फर्स्ट विजिट द गोल, see that it is being empowered or you are become more serious, sincere, inspired about it. Then visit now, revisit your outer life. Second one, very important. Your outer life, especially with the things and beings. Am I living my outer life with things and beings contradictory to my goal, contradicting my goal, or weakening myself to walk on the path to reach my goal? Am I living my outer life with the things and beings that my दोस्तों को ज़्यादा बनाया, दुश्मनों को ज़्यादा बनाया, सारा time, energy which is so limited in us, I am wasting there. You revisit it. Things also, objects, beings also. Then put a check there. These are unwanted. These are uncalled for. They are obstructions. So therefore, goodbye to them. You don't visit, क्या होता है? Your goal तो तुमको intact है, लेकिन you are not walking at all on the path. Why? Because in your general vyavahara, you are increasing your worldliness only more. And already what you are doing are detrimental. Like you want to become IAS officer, you can't spend 4 hours for cell phone, 2 hours for the friends, and 2 hours for other nonsense. You can't have no energy. Mind will be disturbed by then. You will not even have interest also to study your subject. So your IAS will be top. Enter after SSC. That's all. IAS का definition. Maximum. सिविल सर्विस नहीं होगा वो. तो वो बंदे को व्यवहार देखना है ना. Like a patient who seeks the health, he should see his outer vyavahara of his movements, exposure to the weather, type of food eaten, emotions maintained. Are they in contradiction to the health which I want to gain? Then I have to rectify. He should revisit. So please revisit your outer vyavahara with things and beings. Whatever is unwanted, ruthlessly reject it. नहीं तो उधर ही फंसे धसे रहोगे रे बाबा, दलदल में सुअर की तरह. सुअर मत बनो, स्वर्ण बनो. Become golden boy for yourself and the world. Second thing. Third thing you have to revisit is our equipments. Visit your body, its energy, health condition. है ना. तुम तो बेटर रहोगे, यंगस्टर्स हो, हम तो बूढ़े हो गए. तो you have to revisit and see how old I am, how long I will live. Tentatively, nobody can tell it. So these many years, so what are the important sadhanas that have to be done? Unimportant can be given up. तो मुझे रिविजिट करना होता है मेरे शरीर को. तुम लोग भी. कंडीशन ऑफ इट, हेल्थ ऑफ इट. नाउ यंग एंड ओल्ड कोई फर्क ही नहीं है. एनीबॉडी एनी टाइम इज गेटिंग एनी डिसीज एंड डाइंग आल्सो. So what all rules apply to the oldie, for every youngie also it will apply now. Revisit the sharira. See its condition, status, position, health, energy. नहीं है, ठीक है, तो you can't do your sadhanas for your goal. Then revisit your energy levels. Because unknowingly when the energy also less there, inspiration भी नहीं होता कुछ करने. हाँ कहाँ जाऊँ मैं. But good energy है, you can do the said work and extra work also you can do. So revisit the level of energy. Revisit your sense organs. Both important. Are you able to control them, or they have become licentious and they are commanding you? You kept your goal, your means, but you are not at all looking at that, because you are looking through your indriya, especially the eyes, the ears and tongue. ये तीनों को कंट्रोल नहीं करेगा ना, सो फिर पूरा जिंदगी तुम्हारा बर्बाद हो जाएगा. सो रीविजिट इट, पुट ए चेक. You must be matured now. It's your life. You want to beautify it by achieving the higher goals, worldly, spiritual. अब you have to take the whole onus on you. तुमको देखना है अपने इंद्रिय वगैरह. कोई है ही नहीं दूसरा अपने जिंदगी में. हमको खुद को संवारना है. Others will help for both. You want to destroy, they'll help you. You want to grow, they'll help you. But you want to destroy or grow, you have to decide. You have to take charge. Indriyas. Then visit the mind. Mind. how much impurities are there, how much negative emotions are there, how many weaknesses are there, fears are there मन में, ये सारे विजिट करके these are all obstacles, they're all bacteria virus, not helpful for the sadhana. तो उसको उखाल के निकाल के फेंक दो. You can't have sentiments there, both with the people around, with the emotions in mind. ये sentimental emotional है तो you'll be mental only and emotional or commotional. You'll never achieve life something success. You have to be ruthless there regarding mind's negativities, jealousies, angers. These are all poisonous fumes. They cannot be there. The frustrations, the thought of taking revenge, competition, galat hai sab. You compete with yourself. So revisit the mind. How the mind is tired, getting exhausted in unwanted things. Then most important is revisit the buddhi. बुद्धि को revisit करो. That what is the meaning of buddhi revisiting? It is always thinking about goal, remembering the goal, and how to achieve that goal. All that plannings, assessments, everything the buddhi should do all the time. Is it doing it or not? Is it doing or not? Visiting that buddhi is revisiting, checking in myself. For me, let us say spiritual goal hai mera. So what is a visiting buddhi? In this buddhi, am I remembering the Geetha and Upanishad shlokas? Am I contemplating on them? Is my knowledge becoming stronger and firmer? And the respective sadhanas to be done? Am I commandingly making my upadhis do the sadhanas? ये मेरे बुद्धि का काम है. तो I have to revisit my buddhi and check it. बुद्धि का काम लक्ष्य को स्मरण करते हुए मार्ग को प्रशस्त करते हुए सारे तैयारियां करना. So you are revisiting buddhis. You want to become IAS officer? Yes. How many days the exam is there? So what's the status I have now reached to? How many subjects are there? How many hours I have to study? Where from the time has to be taken out? How to maintain the energy and rest? This is called buddhi ka kam. Do I need to change a place? Somewhere else go and stay? Stay in uncle's house, request him to give one room. Come out only twice a day to have your food and remain time in the room doing your 5 hours, 6 hours rigorous study. बुद्धि का काम है सब सोचना. नौकरी में भी how to do the departmental exams and get better, or existing work how to do it better way so that more intense incentives will come or promotions come. बुद्धि का हमारा काम है. विजिट ये बुद्धि का काम कर रहा है कि नहीं. So today's thought is revisit the goal, revisit your outer vyavahara, revisit your upadhis, and again once in a month or so, and check whether everything is intact, anything to be improved, anything to be added, anything to be deleted, modified, karte jana. In that way, dynamic, conscious way, we have to live every moment of our life like a proper, common, general human being, not like a pashu which just slumberous and stuporous, and what it is doing it doesn't know. बस खाने के लिए जिएगा और मरेगा एक दिन. You should not live like pashu. Manusha is ambitious. He has got goals, spiritual, worldly. He'll have to achieve them. Worldly means world sambandhi goal. Thank you. Om Brahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharya ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद् गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मै की बोध श्रुतिस्मृतपुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत श्रीमद् देवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव सनातन धर्म से वैदिक संस्कृते पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोविध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने गणमदस्माकं सह सर्वेषां पूर्णायुरारोग्य क्षेमस्थैर्यादि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूल द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरोत्सव कृष्णा समस्त मंदिराणाम आश्रमाणाम आशा पुण्यक्षेत्राणाम विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति देश निरंतर साधना सेवा शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञादीनां द्वारा विश्व मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणा पुरोभित्यर्थम भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरे शत्रुः तेषां सर्वेषां समूल शाश्वतरूपेण निर्मूलनार्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां विवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति गुरुभक्ति शास्त्रभक्ति सत्संगभक्ति साधनाभक्ति सनातनधर्मभक्ति धर्मभक्ति देशभक्ति मातापितृभक्ति सेवाभक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक कार्यक्रमाणां शास्त्र अध्ययनानां साधनानां मध्ये शांति मंत्रोच्चारणं तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मण वेद मंत्र पारायणं श्रीमद् भगवद्गीता पंचदशोध्यायस्य अध्ययनं श्रीमद् वाल्मीकि रामायणं अयोध्याकांड शततम कच्चित् सर्ग राजनीति सूत्राणाम् अध्ययनं श्री कठोपनिषद कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय पारायणं अर्थ आविष्करण वयं सर्वे जीवन साफल्यार्थं मोक्षार्थं विश्व कल्याणार्थं सनातन धर्म पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं करिष्यामहे। नौ सहना भवतु। ओम 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 सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वैदिक चैंटिंग। ओम श्री 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 वेदमात्रे नमः। श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मण पारायणं द्वितीयाष्टकं सप्तम प्रपाठकः अथ द्वात्रिंशत् मंत्रात् आरभ्य 32 onwards 8 minutes it will take। ओम भूयिष्ठायन्ति द्वे च ओम अगस्त्यो मरुद्भ्य उक्ष्णः प्रौक्षत तानिन्द्र आदत्त त एनं वज्रमुद्यत्याभ्यायन्त तानगस्त्यश्चैवेन्द्रश्चकया शुभिये नाशमयताम तान् शान्तानुपाह्वयत यत्कया शुभीयं भवति शान्त्यै तस्मादेत ऐन्द्रा मारुता उक्षाण सवनीया भवन्ते त्रयः प्रथमे हन्ना लभ्यन्ते एवं द्वितीये एवं तृतीये एवं चतुर्थे पंचोत्तमे हन्ना लभ्यन्ते वर्षिष्टिमिव ह्येतदः वर्षिष्ट समानानां भवति य एतेन यजते यौ चैनमेवं वेद स्वाराज्यं वा एष यज्ञः एतेन वा एकया वा कान्दमस्वाराज्यमगच्छत् स्वाराज्यं गच्छति य एतेन यजते यौ चैनमेवं वेद मारुतो वा एष सोमः एतेन वै मरुतो देवानां भूयिष्ठा अभवन् भूयिष्ठः समानानां भवति य एतेन यजते यौ चैनमेवं वेद पंचशारदीयो वा एष यज्ञः आपञ्चमात् पुरुषादन्नमत्ति य एतेन यजते यौ चैनमेवं वेद सप्तदशग्रस्तो मानाति यन्ति सप्तदश प्रजापतिः प्रजापतेरेवैनेते तृतीये गच्छति य एतेन यजतेत्ति य एतेन यजते यौ चैनमेवं वेद त्रीणि च अगस्त्यस्वाराज्यं मारुतः पंचशारदीयो वा एष यज्ञः सप्तदशं प्रजापतिरेव नैति अस्या जरासोदमा मरित्राः अर्चद्धूमासो अग्नयः पावकाः शुचिचयश्वात्रसो भूरण्यवः वनर्षदो वायवो न सोमाः यजानो मित्रावरुण यजा देवागमृतं बृहत् अग्नेयक्षिस्वन्धमम् अश्विना पिबतगं सुतं ये दीद्यग्नि शुचिव्रता ऋतुना यज्ञवाहस द्वे विरूपे च रतः सर्वस्वर्थे अन्यान्या वत्समुपदापयेते हरिरन्यस्यां भवति स्वधावान् शुक्रो अन्यस्यान् ददृशे सुवर्चाः पूर्वापरञ्चरतो माययैतौ शिशु क्रीडन्तौ परियातो अध्वरं विश्वान्यन्यो भुवनाभिचष्टे ऋतूनन्यो विदधं गायते पुनः त्रीणि शतातिसहस्राण्यग्निं त्रिगंशच्च देवानवचासपर्यन् औक्षन् घृतैरास्तृणन् बर्हिरस्मै आदिद्धोतारण्यसादयन्द अग्निनाग्निः समिध्यते कविर्गृहपतिर्युवा हव्यवाड्दुहा दुह्वास्यः अग्निर्देवानां जठरं भूतदक्षः कविक्रतुः देवो देवेभिरागमद् अग्निश्रियो मरुतो विश्वकृष्णयः कृष्टयः आत्वेषमुग्रमव ईमहे वयं ते स्वानिनो रुद्रिया वर्षनिर्निजः सिगंहानहेश क्रतवः सुदानवः यदुत्तमे मरुतो मध्यमे वा यद्वावमे सुभगासो दिष्विष्ठ ततो नो रुद्रा उत वान्वस्य अग्ने वित्ताद्धविषो यद्यजामः ईडे अग्निग्रस्वसन्नमोभिः इह प्रसप्तो विचयत्कृतन्नः रथैरिव प्रभरे वाजयद्भिः प्रदक्षिण्मरुतागस्तो ममृद्ध्यां श्रुतिश्रुतर्क्न अह्निभिः देवैरग्ने सयावभिः आसीदन्तु बर्हिषि मित्रो वरुणो अर्यमा भ्रातर्यावाणो अध्वरं विश्वेशामतिथिर्यज्ञियानं विश्वेशामतिथिर्मानुषाणं शाणाम् अग्निर्देवाना मम आवृणानः सुमृडीको भवतु विश्ववेदाः त्वे अग्ने सुमतिं वीक्षमाणाः दिविश्रवो दधिरे यज्ञियासः नक्ता च चक्रुरुषसाविरूपे कृष्णं च वर्ण मरुणं च सन्धुः त्वामग्न आदित्यास आस्यं त्वां जिह्वागं शुचयश्चक्रिके चक्रिरे कवे त्वागं रातिशाचो अध्वरेषु सञ्चिषश्चिरे ते देवा हविरदन्त्याहुतौ नीत्वा यज्ञस्य साधनम् अग्नेहोतारं मृत्विजं वनुष्वद्देव धीमहि प्रचेतसं जीरन्दूतममर्त्यं यज्ञवाह सहसा पर्यन्वयं मृद्भ्यां भिक्षमाणाः प्रचेतसमेकञ्च ओम शांति शांति शांति. Friends, Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter is our fifth topic today. We are in 15th shloka. How to see Paramatma. There are two things. One is Bhagavan, who is not perceived by any faculties. Second is the world which has come from him. The one who is interested in the world, he is lost. The one who is interested in God, he gets moksha. So searching for that God is called as Tatpada Parimarganam. The way of searching is Tameva Adyam Purusham Brahmadye, not that Yata Pravritti Prasruta Purani. My attention is on the Adi Purusha Paramatma, not on what has come from him. Okay. Now, in this, Bhagavan gave us the sequence of ideas for practice. These ideas are called upasanas. Remember, there are in spirituality two levels of sadhana. One is upasana, second is dhyana. In the upasana, we strengthen our faith and belief in the presence of God. We don't experience him directly, but we strengthen our understanding, acceptance, and faith in him. So, up to the 14th shloka, when Bhagavan told that Tatpada named me or the God has to be searched as this, in this, it is Upasana. In the 15th shloka now, again it is also Upasana, but not external, but is internal. After that internal upasana, we can go into the internal dhyana. In that dhyana, that Paramatma, whose upasana we were doing outside, we discover him inside as our own self through the experience. Not an intellectual idea only, not a concept, not a feeling, but experience. Like if you are a man, the experience you are a man, is it an intellectual idea or is it a feeling or is it a concept or because somebody told यार तुम man हो सकते हो चलो आज से मान लो कि man हो. You know, it is your direct personal experience. You are a man. In the same way, in this dhyanam, we come to the direct experience of that Paramatma. Clear? This direct experience of Paramatma, to gain it in our own heart, we have to focus. In hundreds of Upanishads, hundreds of various techniques are given. In this chapter 15th shloka, Bhagavan is giving us one of those techniques. Clear? Now, what were the upasanas? Upasanas were Aditya, Tejas in the Aditya. Without the Tejas, Aditya cannot be. And that Tejas is Tat Paramatma in Aditya. Same way, that Tejas in Chandrama is Paramatma. This is Upasana. Like he is my friend, it is an Upasana. He is my enemy, it is an Upasana. This is my car, my house, it is all Upasana only. Everything in the world is an Upasana only. Where as if the association becomes stronger, you live life like that. See, tat savituhu bhargaha devasya dhimahi. है ना? That bhargaha of Savita Deva, I do the meditation. The bharga, the prakasha, the tejas of the Surya. Gayatri mantra mein Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savituhu. Tat, see, tat is the word used. Tat Savituhu, not Savita. Savituhu Varenyam Bhargaha. I am not meditating on the Surya. The Varaniya, Bharga, the Tejas. In the Surya, I am meditating on. Asking him, Nahadiya Prachodayat, inspire and instill initiation in our buddhis also, that we pursue the truth. That's the meaning of the Gayatri Mantra at its highest level. Om Bhor Bhuvasvaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Nahadiya Prachodayat Bhurgosvaha, the Vyahritis. In these three words, the Surya Prakasha works. Because Surya, these three words, Bhu Bhuvasvaha, are sustaining. So all that Surya stages, which is the Paramatma Tattva, Tat word वहां भी यूज किया, tat से ही गायत्री मंत्र स्टार्ट होता है. Tat savituhu varenyam. Savita Surya, who is seen by us with our eyes. But his varenyam bhargaha, his varaniya bharga means tejas. Not again the heat and kanti. Heat and kanti जिस आत्म चैतन्य से आ रहा है, which is now objective only we are developing our faith in by saying so. सूर्य है तो उनके अंदर सत्ता होना है, सूर्य है उनके अंदर चित्त होना है. That Sat Chit is the Tat Paramatma. That Tat Paramatma who is all pervading at that point, who is of such nature, he is expressing as Surya with his Prakasha and heat, light and heat. This is called Upasana. Same way Chandra Upasana. है ना? यत तेजः चंद्रमसि. So to Agni में. So to the ojas in the bhumi, the ability with which it is standing. So to the rasaswarupata in all the oshadis. है ना? सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः पुष्णामि च ओषधि सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः. These are all upasana. Then again in our own tummy stomach, aham vaishvanaro bhutva praninam deham ashritaha. So the Vaishvanara Agni in us, he is that Atma Purusha, Parama Purusha, Adi Purusha, Adya Purusha, Tatpada Purusha, Prakriti Atita Purusha, Guna Atita Purusha, Kshetra Atita, Kshetragna Purusha. ये सारा उपासना है. With this what happens? The God is not there. God cannot be recognized. No need of recognizing God. These negativities go away, which are nothing but our own wrong convictions, wrong thoughts. They have to be thrown away with this right perspective, practice. Now in the 15th chapter, Upasana and Dhyana both are told. In other cases, only Upasana you can do. In our own selves, we can start Upasana, we can reach into the Dhyana. In the Upasana, faith, Shraddha grows. In the Dhyana, Anubhuti comes. Now through Dhyana, when the Anubhuti of the Atman in us is gained, and look from that standpoint, everything is that alone. Like a wave is doing Upasana. In that wave, in that ripple, in that bubble, in that tide, in that foam, in that froth, in that breaker, in that river, in that ocean, in that cloud, in that glacier. So this same wave is saying, the tat only is there, water only is there, water only is there. This wave is doing the upasana. Then slowly karte, the wave came to its own self. Then it has done upasana for some time. Inside me also there is water. Inside me also there is water. Then this upasana, when it leads to dhyana, that wave discovers that the inside the water is itself. द वेव जो अपने आप को वेव मान रहा है, इट कैनॉट बी विदाउट द वाटर इनसाइड. Therefore, are you the water or are you wave, my dear wave? The wave realizes that I am not wave, basically I am water. Now, once it discovers its water, now in all what we have listed earlier, the other waves, other ripples, bubbles, foams and froth, and tides and breakers and cyclones or rivers or oceans or ponds or clouds or leisure, will it not see its own self called as water? In the same way, when we discover the Tat Pada Paramatma in our own heart as Sat and Chita, we will discover everywhere that Sat Chita alone is there, may be presented in different form and name. That name and form are not independent. They cannot exist independently. The name and form are superimposed on the substratum and make it as if appear differently. It has not become differently, as if appear differently. Like when you make up that artist on the stage, he as if appears different because of the makeup. He has not become that person. His real original thing is inside only. जो है सो है ही वो. But वो वाला वेश डालना है तो he is made up like that. So to Paramatma only, given variety of Veshas called as Rupa Nama, which you call as the whole world. That's why inside that world, every nook and corner, that Sat and Chit Paramatma is there. If he's not there, it cannot exist. Because Sat nahi hai to Asat ho gaya. Chit nahi hai to Jad ho gaya. Jad is perishable. See how important is this discussion. Now this today's 15th sloka, first aspect is Upasana. Same thing goes next level to the Dhyana. Today we'll study little, tomorrow little. Let us chant first. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Panchadashodhyayah Purushottama Yogaha. Shri Panchadasha Shlokaha Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Chant it quickly 4 times. Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishtaha matta smrutirjnanamapohanancha vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyah vedanta krut veda videva chaham sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishtaha matta smrutirjnanamapohanancha वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनञ्च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनञ्च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनञ्च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहं. 10 days पढ़ना है श्लोक को. So I explain to you one sentence. Hrudi. Hrut ayam. That from where everything comes, that where everything goes. That's called Hridayam, which is located near the physical body, physical heart, but not the physical one. Why it is located there? For us to recognize. Therefore, Sarva Vyapaka Paramatma's Upalabdhisthana is Hridaya. Once you discover him in the Hridaya, you will discover him in everywhere. Like एक जगह डैम बना के बिजली निकाला तो वेर एवर द रिवर्स आर देयर यू कैन मेक ए डैम, यू कैन निकालो बिजली. Everywhere it works, isn't it? In the same way, Hridaya is the Paramatma Upalabdhi Sthana. Hridaya is the Paramatma Upalabdhi Sthana. Where Paramatma is available, that Sthana is called as Hridaya. Where Paramatma is available for recognition, that is called as Hridaya. Hridaya means that place in us from where everything, including I, coming out and going back. First thing is Hridayam. Okay. Second point is Sarvasya Hrudi, in the heart of every being. I am samnishtaha. I am very much established there for that being to recognize. Okay. Now here is what some deeper thoughts today I'll share with you. First of all, he is there in the heart of everyone. Therefore, in the heart of everyone, that self is there. He is the reality. He has to be recognized. On him, all the names and forms are superimposed. And that who is there in the heart of everyone, because he is in the heart of in everyone, he is there in the heart of me also. The one who is in the heart of everyone, it cannot be so many, is one without second. So these are all corollary understandings with little sharp intellect we must have and keep aside. जब जरूरत पड़ेगी उसको यूज करना. Now the point is what? He said everywhere, everyone is Hridaya, so that everybody can recognize the thing, self in their heart. How we have to understand this for ourselves? We have to understand is that in my heart, Bhagavan is Sannivishtaha. So for general understanding, Sarvasya Hrudi Paramatma Sannivishtaha. For our particular sadhana, Mama Hrudi Paramatma Sannivishtaha. In my heart, Paramatma is there. And I explain to you the word Samyak Nishchay Rupena Vishtaha. Fully, completely, permanently, eternally, Paramatma seated there for us to recognize and identify. Okay. Now, the four styles of Paramatma expressing from there, I'll tell you, from the heart. First, basically, ultimately, he is in the form of Sat, pure existence. Unqualified existence means not existence of this, existence of thus, etc. That everything what we see is superimposed on the pure existence. Like table is existing. So there are two things, table and existence. On the existence, the table is superimposed. Therefore, table minus the table is existing minus Rupa and Nama of the table is equal to pure existence. Chair existing minus chair Rupanama is equal to pure existence. I am telling for your intellectual understanding. So that Paramatma is there is Shuddha Satta Rupena. Then that same Sattara Paramatma at second level expresses as the Chit Rupena, Chaitanya Rupena. Third is what? That Paramatma has got Ananta Shakti, that from the Maya Shakti, in different sequence of Parampara, वो सब जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. There expresses in the heart only, there is a thought aham. In that thought aham, the same Sat Chit Paramatma expresses as the reflected Chaitanya. Chit reflects that in that aham. Means that aham thought is capable of reflecting the Sat Chit Paramatma. In what way it becomes reflected? Once that Chitta Atma reflects in the Aham Vritti, that reflected one becomes or has capacity of knowing. Therefore, I, the thought, now knowing ability. Because in that I thought, the Chit is expressing as knowing ability. Therefore, what I becomes now? I know. So, Sat, then Chit, then knower. Third one. That knower only now. Fourth level में with each of the upadhi he becomes the knower, owner, doer, enjoyer. Subsequent expressions ये सारे हमारे हृदय में ही हो रहे. So बुद्धि से I become ज्ञाता, knower. मन से I become manta, feeler. With eyes I become drashta. With the ears I become shrota. With the mouth I become vakta or the rasagrahita. So who is this drashta, shrota, manta, rasagrahita, vijnata? Consciousness reflected in the aham, functioning through upadhis. Now what is the retracing sadhana? Stop functioning from the upadhis. Then what will happen to you? You are no more shrota, manta, vijnata, jnata, ityadi. Then what are you? The chit abhasa aham vritti. Now go beyond that aham thought also when you drop. Then what you discover yourself to be? Not chidabhasa but chitta. Then see the base of the chitta, you will discover that it is Sattu. Now these are all Thousand times you have to listen and contemplate for the clear picture to form in the mind. With this knowledge, when you sit for meditation, that is the true meditation in which you are going into your own spiritual heart, discovering yourself. Once you discover yourself to be that Satchitananda, then you just see everywhere that and that and that alone is there. Okay. From that Satchitananda Paramatma only, the Buddhi, Indriyas, Mana, Prana, at individual level, total level, with their functionings, all of them are all that Paramatma's expression only. That is why in everything that existence has to be there. So do you have the ear? Yes, ear is there. In the ear, ability to listen is there. In the eye is there. In the eye, the ability to see is there. The ease is common everywhere. Even if something is not there, still he is there because he is not there, we say. That person is not there, but ease is there to support the absence of that person. When the person was there, that time also the ease was there. So banda tha, banda abhi nahi hai. See that in the word English also. He is not there. Once is not there in the form of he there. But is there. बढ़िया है कि नहीं लॉजिक is was there in the form of him. That form is gone, but is there. Language wise, you say it is was. Past tense may was, in the present is, it's a future may will. There are only language difference. Tense wise language. Otherwise, existence is pure. Now I told you today what is in Hridaya Paramatma expresses as four. This one, if you catch it, you have understood the essence of all Vedanta. So Sarvasya Hridi Aham Sannivishtaha, I explained. Now, before going deeply in meditation to reach to the Paramatma, we have to do the Upasana. Okay, to become stabilized. What is the Upasana which is taught here, which I'll explain tomorrow at length, is Bhagavan says in the second part of the shloka, Mattaha means from that self, from that me, from that Satchidananda Atma, these three things come. Smritihi, memory. Jnanam, knowledge. Apohanam, forgetfulness. Therefore, that point or that point in the heart from where Smriti, Jnanam, Apohanam come is called Tatpada Paramatma. जिसको हमको हमें उपासना करना है. Like Surya Kanti, heat and light. From the heat and light, we reach to Surya. From the Surya, we reach to the Surya Teja inside him. Tat Teja we said as Paramatma Tatpada. Yada Adityagatam Teja. Okay, now we came to the heart. In the heart, how Paramatma Upasana is done before entering into the subtle level of meditation is Paramatma is He from whom the Smriti, memory, Jnanam, knowledge, Apohanam, forgetfulness, all these three come. That is why when there is a memory, you are aware of that memory. When there is a knowledge, you are aware of the knowledge. When there is ignorance of something, forgetfulness of something, you don't forget that you have forgotten. You are aware of that forgetting ना. मैं भूल गया कहाँ चाबी रखा हूँ. तो कहाँ चाबी रख के वो भूल गए, लेकिन वो भूल गए चीज नहीं भूले. Because the awareness is aware of that's apohanam also. So who is that? Who is illuminating memory, illuminating knowledge, illuminating also the forgetfulness. That is Paramatma, that is Tatpada, that Upasana we have to do for some time till we get established about the presence of that Paramatma in the heart. Thereafter, transcend these three things. Smriti Jnanam Apohanam, then you will meet with that Satchit Paramatma, which I explained over here as your own self. Okay, and what is Smriti, what is Jnanam, what is Apohanam? 5 minute बोलना है. Tomorrow I'll touch it to you. टेक्निकली दोज हु डू, मतलब व्यवहार दृष्टि से गुड लाइफ दे लिव, noble life they live, dharmic life they live, pure life they live, punya karma they do, such people are blessed with smriti and jnana. Then with that they have noble goals conceived, they can achieve it. It is the grace of that Paramatma to that Jiva, he gives smriti and jnanam. Equally, the one who is foolish, the one who is negative life living, papatma, duratma, dushtatma, Bhagavan gives him the apohanam. That's why he will not have smriti and jnanam of the correct things. So he goes on doing wrong things. These things we'll explain tomorrow. So to smriti means the dream level of life. Jnana means the waking level. Apohana means the nidra avastha. So that from where the waking, dream, deep sleep are continuously coming and going. That is called as Tatpada Paramatma in our heart. We have to meditate. We have to do upasana of him. Then, while doing upasana, once the faith is established in the presence of Paramatma, that which is coming from him, you drop it. That's the whole sadhana. Na? Tamevacha adyam purusham prabhadye. Not that yatah pravritti prasuta purani. भगवान के ऊपर हमें ध्यान करना है, नॉट द वन फ्रॉम होम द वर्ल्ड इज कमिंग. सो टू हियर आल्सो स्मृति ज्ञान अपोहन is not the focus of our attention, but our attention is focused on that from where these three are coming. In the deep internal meditation, the I in me discovers that it is me. So the effort putting I merges in the real Sat Chit I, the pure conscious existence Atman. In that experience, the eurekas and all of them happen. Oh, this is substratum. From him only, the whole world is projected, and like everywhere in the whole globe, there is earth only. From the earth only, different places, different plant kingdom is growing. अर्थ एक ही हर जगह पे भूमि, बट अलग अलग फसल या सब होते हैं ना. The fruits in Australia and America are different from fruits we have. Some vegetables उसमें शेप वगैरह अलग होते हैं, बट सब एक ही भूमि से आ रहे. One Bhumata. In the same way, one substratum Brahman Sachit, who is not only in the cave of my heart. In the cave of my heart, I have focused to recognize him. Once you recognize him, everywhere he is there. Like you have gone into the atom to find the electron, proton, neutron. After that, what do you realize? That only in that atom, the electron, protons are there, or in every atom in the whole universe. हर जगह वही है ना. In the same way, in one ornament discover gold, doesn't mean that इसी में है. In every ornament is gold. In one pot, when you see the mud, it's only a breakthrough point. Once you discover mud in one pot, in every pot, same thing. So to in one hridaya mind, when I discover that Sachit Paramatma, Tat Pada, same is there in everywhere. अब मजा आएगा वो वाला यूरेका. ट्राई करो उसके लिए. जन्म जन्म लगते हैं उसके लिए, पर एक बार मिल गया, ऑल योर झंझट विल बी ओवर. Samsara will be over. Thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Tomorrow I'll talk to you about this. Then Vedesha Sarvairahameva Vedyaha Vedanta Krut Vedavid. That also. Good shloka with so many subtle details. So every day little bit I am sharing. So 2 more days we'll study this shloka 15. Om Avadamapaharatarandataram Sarvasampadam Lokaviramam Sriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyam Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Ramanama Varanane Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam Ayodhya Kandam Shatadama Sargaha Kachit Sargaha Sri Ramachandra Paramatma Krita Rajaniti Dharma Padesha Bharatam Prati Asman Sarvesham Prati. So directly I am entering without any introduction to Shloka 31. In this 31 Shloka, in that sequence of so many Rajaniti Dharmas taught by Rama, the next one is, whom are you appointing as Senapati? सेनापति कौन होना है, मंत्री कौन होना है, मुख्यमंत्री कौन होना है, डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए मंत्री कौन होना है, जनरल पुरोहित कौन होना है, मुख्य पुरोहित कौन होना है. All this wisdom is called Rajaniti Dharma. It's only beginning. Huh? These are all internal affairs. What is the external affairs? What are the financial affairs? What are the actual security affairs? What are the developmental projects the Raja has to take care? The entire chapter is going to talk every of those topics. That is why I'm insistingly telling study this Shatatama Sarga to know every aspect of administration. And as a human being, once we are born, anywhere we are administrators. Even if one person is there, 10 people are there, 100 are there, or you may be a king, administration ही है ना. खुद को भी अपने आप को administer करना है. You are in a family, head of the family, you have to administer. And we are head of the family one day or the other, even though we are a tail now. You may be a group leader, you may be a boss in the office. तो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर को कैसा करना, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ये तो सबको जानना पड़ता है. Wife is an administrator at home as regard the other domestic activities are concerned. So she should know the dharmas. So all administrators, all dharmas are taught here. And wherever we are administrator, those things we learn, which we have learned from here, we implement them, make use of them. So here, who should be the Senapati? 6 or 7 qualities are told. Chant the mantra 2 times. 31st, Kachid Dhrustascha Shurascha Matiman Dhrutiman Shuchihi Kulinascha Anuraktascha Dakshaha Senapati Krutaha. Kachid Dhrustascha Shurascha Matiman Dhrutiman Shuchihi Kulinascha Anuraktascha Dakshaha Senapati Krutaha. Kachit Senapati Krutaha. Have you made him as the Senapati? Hope you have made. Will you make him like that? There is a question, there is a suggestion, there is a guidance in that one word Kachit. मजेदार शब्द है वो. That's why this whole sarga is Kachit sarga. So Kachit Senapati Krutaha. So 2 questions in that. Have you made somebody a Senapati or not? Question number 1. 2. Is that Senapati having these 8 qualities? Therefore, he should have. Even he doesn't have, you train him. Each of the quality lesser, that Senapati cannot do his work 100%. No, राजा के लिए अपना शूरवीरता जितना इम्पोर्टेंट है उतना इम्पोर्टेंट मंत्री है, मुख्यमंत्री है. Same way, the Senapati also important for him, the chief of army. So what are the 8 qualities? Dhrushtah, Shuraha, Matiman, Dhrutiman, Shuchihi, Kulinah, Anuraktaha, Dakshaha. Ashta Sadguna. First one is what? Dhrushtah. What is Dhrushtah? Means Kachit Dhrushtah or you can call it as Dhrushtah and Hrushtah. Means who is fully contented and happy and satisfied with the power given to him as Senapati and with the facilities given to him. वो बेसिक है कि नहीं. अब कोई बंदे को कोई बैंक में जॉब मिला, अब वो बैंक का जॉब ही पसंद नहीं है उसको और जिस ब्रांच में डाला वो ब्रांच ही पसंद नहीं है, करेगा डेली काम बट रोते रोते करेगा, हैप्पीली नहीं करेगा. Like you also, the choice of your study subject and the college, if you don't get, there is instant dissatisfaction all the time. Of course, you have to change it. You have to accept it. Go, ये मिला मुझे, now let me start loving it. See, there are only 2 things. What you love, you get it, or what you get, you have to love it. But love it so that you are inspired to do what you have to do through that. If you don't create that love or liking, in continuously the dislike will poke you to make you inefficient. Therefore, that Senapati should be Hrishtaha. Even the 10 lakhs of soldiers are under him. If he himself is not with Harsha and Utsaha, how can he instill that in others? We are the selected few who are working for the protection of the country. We are the greater than the greatest. For the sake of country, we are even ready to sacrifice our lives. And the Lord is watching from above. When for the nation, for the dharma, we live our life, even we get the Swargadi. Arjuna ko Bhagwan ne hi sikhaya second chapter mein. You remember that? For a Kshatriya, getting this Swadharma Yuddha is a blessing in disguise, is a red carpet opened entry for the Swarga. यदृच्छया च उपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारम् अपावृतं सुखिना क्षत्रिया पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम् अतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा मोक्षसे महिम तस्माद् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः. Bhagavan himself, Krishna, took himself to be an army chief and instilled the inspiration in Arjuna there. गीता आदि शास्त्रों को ना कितने लेवल्स में, कितने एंगल्स में, कितने फायदाओं के लिए हम पढ़ सकते हैं. Yet none of them are the ultimate purpose. The ultimate purpose is only moksha through Atma Jnana, by the way. So Kachit Hrushtascha. Everybody, you know, not only defense minister, the finance minister should be Hrushta. We are finance ministry. We are so lucky we are given this job. Fortunate ones that in our hands, the entire country's finances and the other comforts, etc., are there. Let us work hard so that always the finance of our nation are in good position. And so to the agriculture minister, he should have the हृष्टता in him कि हम तो एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट वाले हैं, हम हैं जो अनाज उगाते हैं खेतों में जिस कारण लोग जी रहे हैं. Not that you are greater than a defense person or greater than the economist. They are great in their own place. You are great in your place. So to the education department. Educational department ministry to say that we are so important and crucial that because of us only, that the doctor, the lawyer, the engineer, the politicians, the spiritual people, everyone are products of the educational institutions only. So our job is sacred. He should instill that. For that, he should first of all feel Hrushtaha, ki I am given a great job. Like I have to feel to myself. Studying Shastras and talking that to the people and the youth, it's a rare job, blessed job given. So let me love, respect this job, and I'm lucky. Hrushtaha, let me do with that joy. क्योंकि सेनापति को लाखों जवानों को आगे भेजना पड़ता है युद्ध में जहां वापस आने का गारंटी नहीं है. There's going only in the yuddha, there's no coming. If you come victorious. Otherwise, till victory comes, you fight. In the fighting, you may die also. What a great job it is. So, Kaschit Hrushtaha. He should be in that position. Thank you, Lord, you gave me this job. एवरीवेयर आईएएस में मतलब सिविल सर्विस टॉपर हो गया तो उसको आईएएस दिया. ही शुड बी हृष्ट. ही इज गिवन आईआरएस रेवेन्यू. ही शुड बी हैप्पी. आईएफएस दिया फॉरेनर. ही शुड बी हैप्पी. आईपीएस दिया है. ये दोनों होते हैं पोस्टल और पुलिस सर्विस. वॉट एवर इज गिवन ही शुड बी हैप्पी विथ इट. There are two things. Those toppers they can choose. Those are नीचे वाले हैं. Whatever is given, they should take it as happiness. With happiness that I am blessed with that. Now this quality is everywhere required, mainly for सेनापति. क्योंकि इसमें जान को बाजी में लगाना पड़ता है. एवरी जॉब में जान लगता है लेकिन इसमें जान तुरंत जाता है. Not that a doctor is anyway lesser than a soldier. Soldier dies immediately. The doctor slowly dies, serving the nation only. Every professional is a soldier only. क्वेश्चन इज सोल्जर क्विकली एक बुलेट से मरता है. द डॉक्टर्स 50-40 साल करके देश के लिए सेवा मरते हैं. दोनों देश के लिए कर रहे. दैट वे इन माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग तो एवरी पॉलिटिशियन इज ए सोल्जर slowly dying for the country, working and dying. Every engineer, every doctor is a soldier only. देश के लिए जो भी कर रहा है सब सैन्य है. वो वाले सैन्य तुरंत मरते हैं धीरे धीरे. Each have their own importance. They are definitely protecting the frontiers from the enemies. But ये अंदर के लोग ऑलरेडी द इंटरनल जो पूरा देश में जनता है उनके सुख सौख्य के लिए आर दे नॉट सर्विंग आर व्हाट. देयर सर्विस इज मोर. युद्ध में उनका जब युद्ध होता है तभी होता है सैनियों का जवाब. युद्ध हर दिन तो नहीं होता. बट द अदर प्रोफेशंस एवरी डे दे हैव टू डू. इफ यू लुक फ्रॉम दिस एंगल दे आर ग्रेटर देन सोल्जर्स. There are some thousands and thousands of soldiers retired without even one day going for the war, getting salary every month. But there are millions of other professionals, not even one day they were there without going for the job. मतलब मैं कह रहा हूँ, don't compare and say one thing is greater and belittle others. Everything is great in its own place. That is called as हृष्टः. He's not comparing with others. मुझे सेनापति क्यों बनाया, मुझे तो फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री देनी थी, मुझे होम मिनिस्ट्री देनी थी. Then your dissatisfaction is sufficient to suffer. Like a marriage maybe. Oh, this girl I got married to, somebody should have been there. You can never love that girl. Throughout life you suffer. एक बार हो गया शादी, then she is the wife for you throughout life. That's it. So too she should not think that मेरे को ये क्यों उसके बाद I some cinema actor or somebody. और वो लोग 10-10 he is God, Lord has given, he is your husband for the whole life. That's it. Hrushtata is a ingredient very essential to be created from heart, in the absence of which we will have the other negativity of disliking. With disliking, no job you can do properly. Like the opposition party, they don't like India or Sanatana Dharma. They were, even if you elect them as prime minister, ministers like today's election, third phase, they can't serve the country because they don't love. ये मेरा भारत देश है करके उनको आइडेंटिटी ही नहीं है. They have the party identity, they have the power identity, not the desha identity, not the Sanatana Dharma identity. So दोनों को सत्यानाश करेंगे वो लोग. That's what we saw for 65 years. बट द अदर पीपल, देश सबसे पहले, धर्म सबसे पहले. तो वो देश का धर्म का दोनों को डेवलप कर रहे हैं विदाउट टचिंग और हार्मिंग इवन एन आयोटा एनीबडी एल्स. दैट्स द ग्लोरी ऑफ भारत माता एंड सनातन धर्म. सो ही शुड बी हृष्टः. एक हो गया. सेकंड वन इज व्हाट? शूरः च. शूरः मीन्स व्हाट? ही इज सो परफेक्ट इन ऑल द एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ युद्ध इत्यादि, which he trains to subsequent next generation of next level of ranks also. But by all efforts or means, he should be able to subdue the enemies. That is called as shurata. Now there's no surety about the shurata, because if the enemy is more powerful than you, what can you do? Therefore, what is the meaning here? He is shura means what? He is always aware of the enemy and their powers. And then he is learning a step more than the enemy. In all your Chinese, Japanese martial art movies, तुम यही देखते हो. So this whole clan is disturbed by those villains. One fellow from this clan goes to some guru and learns all the vidyas which are there with the villain and one extra vidya. Then he comes all alone and defeats all of them and saves again his group. 80% मूवी ऐसे होते हैं ना वहाँ. हमारे इंडिया की तरह मिर्ची मसाले वाले नहीं होते. इन इंडिया, इन ऑल 30 स्टेट्स, 100,000 ऑफ वेराइटीज ऑफ मूवी का मजा ही अलग है इसका. कोई किसी देश में नहीं. बट शूर मीन्स दैट वन. इंडिया इज ट्राइंग टू बिकम शूर. That is why this Agnivira, so that the number of soldiers should be more. Then indigenous, the weaponry that we are creating. Because at times of requirement, other nations may not be able to supply to us. They may increase the cost of it. Problem है, we'll be like Pakistan. Pakistan, why it is in bankruptcy? because उनका सारा तनख्वाह ये न्यूक्लियर वेपन है, बेवकूफ़ी, ये सब करने में जाता है. खाने को खाना नहीं है उनको. No, if you create our weapons within our nation, तो खर्च बच जाएगा ना. Why we are doing is for that reason. And whichever the important things which are from the other countries created friendly, we buy them also. छोटे देशों को हम बेच रहे हैं, बड़े देशों से हम खरीद रहे हैं जो बड़े बड़े चीजें हैं. That is called shurata. We are sending our soldiers to all over the world to learn those techniques. यूके में, इजराइल में, हर जगह जाकर वहां के युद्ध विद्या सीख के आ रहे हैं हमारे लोग. This is called as shurata. The weaponry should increase, then the ability to fight techniques also should increase, then the stamina, for inner inspiration should be there in that senapati. सो हृष्टता तो है लेकिन शूरता नहीं है तो बात नहीं बनता, शूरता है लेकिन उसको उत्साह नहीं है तो बात नहीं बनता। देखो दोनों चाहिए। लाइक दैट 6 more are said. Third one is what? Matiman. Matiman means he has got such a wisdom. लाइक इन वन तेलुगु मूवी में एक से ये डायलॉग जो है ना यूनिवर्सली फेमस हो गया। इट इज देयर इन एवरी लैंग्वेज। व्हाट दैट मतिमान? यू शुड लर्न आल्सो टू स्टूप टू कॉन्कर। कहाँ ऊंचे उठना कहाँ झुकना दोनों पता चलना चाहिए। दैट्स कॉल्ड एज मतिमान। नो सी इंडिया हैज गॉट फ्रेंडशिप विद स्मॉल लिटिल कंट्रीज आल्सो। Who knows tomorrow they become somebody great, then they'll support in the need of time. This is of the diplomacy. We want to be friendly with China, Pakistan. They consider us enemies. They try to destroy us. Did we send terrorists to Pakistan? Do we try to topple down the Chinese economy by any foul means, even once? For any country, do we do that? On the other hand, we send our Bharat, great genius scientists or great people of all fields, to all other countries, of course, on the name of reservation given to the unqualified fellows here. They go and serve there. तो हमारे भारत माता में कभी भी ऐसा नहीं है कि दूसरे देश तबाह हो जाए। उनको वो एक ही चीज होता है, दया क्या है, हम भी मरेंगे दूसरों को भी मारेंगे। इंडिया का पॉलिसी जियो और जीनो दो, ग्रो और ग्रो करने दो, सबका साथ सबका विकास। इट्स अ ग्रेट कॉन्सेप्ट इट इज। नो कंट्री हैज दिस वन फ्रॉम द हार्ट। नाटक करेंगे बाहर लाइक अमेरिका, इट ट्राइज टू सपोर्ट एवरीवन बट दोनों के बीच में लड़ाई करता है। मोस्ट कनिंग नेशन इन द वर्ल्ड। You know all those policies, and that's how they stay in the power. But they won't be permanent. ये तो अभी आया है अमेरिका 400 साल पहले, आपके आंखों के सामने वो घट रहा है धीरे धीरे। It will go into oblivion in some 100-200 years. When the policies are not eternal and universal, nothing will stay. By the way, it's a different subject. So Matiman, then Dhrutiman, Shuchihi, Kulina, Anurakta, Dakshaha. These qualities we'll see tomorrow. This is how a Senapati should be. Here the Senapati includes leader of any of the project or department. या सैनिक का सेनापति बनाया तो यू आर ए प्रोजेक्ट लीडर इन योर ओन कंपनी मानो तो यू आर ए सेनापति देर। यू आर ए बॉस, यू अंडर यू द 20 people, you are a सेनापति। You know, that particular project itself is your yuddha where you have to succeed. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You know, Katha Upanishad, we have seen yesterday how that kindled spirituality has to be protected. The three great examples we saw. Today we will see the shloka number 10th one. Exactly what we have studied in Yada Tityagata Tejaha. Same shloka here. Okay. 9th and 10th mantras. What is 9th mantra? Yataha cha udeti suryaha. There from where Surya is rising. Astam yatra cha gacchati. Where he is going to set. Tam devaha sarve arpitaha. All devatas are surrendered to that Surya. Taduna atyeti kaschana. Nobody can transgress that point from where even the Surya is coming and going. Etadvai tat. That tat Paramatma is etad. Now it's a lot of explanation. Where the Surya is rising and Surya is setting. Generally we say east and west. No, Surya is rising in my consciousness only. Because only when I am conscious that I can see Surya Udaya. So too Surya is not setting anywhere in the west. He is setting in my own consciousness. Because I am aware. I am conscious that sunset has happened. So that is how the Upanishads have this mystic subtle way of conveying the meaning. And to that consciousness only, all Indriyas, Idinas, all Devatas outside, they are all tuned to. That is called Paramatma. Oh, my dear Nachiketa, meditate on that. In the same way, Yadeva Iha Tadamutra, Yadamutra Tadanviha. That which is there in the micro alone is a macro. That is where the macro, that alone is micro. Then what is that? Which is in both of them, on which the micro and macro are projected. That is Paramatma. Meditate on that. Okay. Mrityo samrityuma apnoti nanaya vashati. Discover that one being eternal, you are eternal. If you don't discover the one, You see the many as real. Many are going to perish, therefore you will also perish. You want perishability or imperishability? Perishability, revel in the manyness. Want to imperishable? Identify yourself with the imperishable one. This is how I gave you the 10 days lecture in 2 minutes. These Upanishads have that very sublime teachings. Nothing like Upanishads in the entire universe of wisdom and knowledge. If somebody doesn't agree to that, either he has not studied it and understood or he is jealous of it. उपनिषदों का महिमा को जो नहीं मानता है या वो पढ़ा नहीं उपनिषद या उसको जेलसी है उसको. Like anybody hates India, either they have not understood India or they are jealous of India because India is glorious. Bharat Mata. Every country is glorious in one way or two ways. Ours is in many ways glorious. Hinduism. If somebody is disliking it, either they have not understood it or they are jealous of it. In the same way, here also. If Upanishad is not accepted as ultimate, somebody is not understood or is jealous. Thank you. Let us chant it. Om Ata Shri Krishna Yajurvedya Kathopanishad Dvitiyodhyaya Chaturthi Valli Navama Dashama Shlokau. Om यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः यतश्च उदेति सूर्यः अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तं देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः तं देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः तं देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः तं देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः तदुनात्येति कश्चन तदुनात्येति कश्चन तदुनात्येति कश्चन तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वै तत् एतद्वै तत् एतद्वै तत् एतद्वै तत्. See, एतद्वै तत्. This is what is the truth. This can be told in this way only. In this way, you have to contemplate. In the contemplation, you experience it as subjective self. You can't understand or see it as an object like any other object. That is the difficulty in Paramatma. That is an object is not an object. So objectively you can't see him with the faculties. Is a subject in you. Subject can be experienced as self only. Anything you experience as an object, it is not self. Bhagavan or self is the subject. So as a subject only you experience it, not perceive as a object. Even you say experience also, again don't get confused. Like in every experience, there are three things. Experiencer, experiencer, experiencing. They are three different. Like I ate a sweet. So sweet is an experienced object. I am the experiencer. The sweetness is experience. In Paramatma ऐसे तीन नहीं होते. He alone is experiencer, is the experiencer, is experiencing. दृष्टा दर्शन दृश्य एक ही है. Therefore, drashta darshan drisya hota nahi wo. Then what remains? Just being. There's nothing called becoming. Anyway, these mystical subtle things you will understand as you grow, but grow while studying Gita Upanishads every day. यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तं देवाः अर्पिता सर्वे तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वै तत् यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तं देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वै तत् यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तं देवाः अर्पिताः सर्वे तदुनात्येति कश्चन यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तं देवाः अर्पिताः सर्वे तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वै तत्. 9th shloka. Now 10th one. Yadeveha tadamutra, yadeveha tadamutra, yadeveha tadamutra, yadeveha tadamutra, yad amutra tadanviha, yadamutra tadanviha, yadamutra tadanviha, yadamutra tadanviha. मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति यैह नानेव पश्यति यैह नानेव पश्यति यैह नानेव पश्यति यैह नानेव पश्यति. भैया इधर जो है उधर भी वो है, उधर जो है इधर भी वही है. इधर उधर जो अलग अलग देखता है वो सुधरेगा नहीं कभी, वो तो नीचे ही गिरता जाएगा. ही विल गो फ्रॉम डेथ टू डेथ ओनली. मृत्यु से मृत्यु प्राप्नोति आपनोति यह नाना इव पश्यति. Don't give reality to the nana or even nani. Only one is real. Yadeva iha tadamutra. Yadamutra tadanu iha. If you don't see that one common, then you see manyness, then you do all funny things because of which janma marana samsara. That's called mrityu sa mrityu mahapnoti. Okay. Yadeveha tadamutra yadamutra tadanviha mrityoha sa mrityu mahapnoti yaiha naneva pashyati. यदेवेह तदमुत्रा यदमुत्र तदन्विह मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति यैह नानेव पश्यति यदेवेह तदमुत्रा यदमुत्र तदन्विह मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति यैह नानेव पश्यति यदेवेह तदमुत्रा यदमुत्र तदन्विह मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति यैह नानेव पश्यति. दो श्लोक काफी है पढ़ने दोनों. ओके. ओम यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तन्देवा अर्पिता सर्वे तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वै तत् यदेवेह तदमुत्र यदमुत्र तदन्विह मृत्योः स मृत्युमाप्नोति य इह नानेव पश्यति. We have done all our 7 things. Thanks you. Thanks to all. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति माप्नुयात् शांतमुचित वंदेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् अस्तमा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय. गीता माता की जय. वेद व्यास भगवान की जय. रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. रामायण शास्त्र की जय. वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय. श्री यमधर्मराज नचिकेत भगवान की जय. श्रुति माता कठोपनिषद श्रुति माता की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पते. हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण. जय जय राम राम. बोलो श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की रामचंद्र भगवान के समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक से उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक गण की मुक्त मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. समस्त युवा मंडली की जय. थैंक यू बेटा.